I'd like to introduce Rabbi David Ozeri, the Rav of Yad Yosef in Flatbush. In fact, he has been here today. He's one of our loimdim. And he was instrumental in galvanizing so many of our Sfadish loimdim. Without further ado, I'd ask Rabbi Ozeri to please say a few words.
Kvod Maranan v'Rabanan v'Rabotai. Rabbi Rosen Shlita, the entire executive committee of ATIME, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know which nusach, Sfaradi or Ashkenazi. So let me tell you what happened to me many years ago. When I was a young man in Kollel, my Kollel traveled to Canada, Toronto, Canada, for a summer for Operation Seed. When we were there, we heard that Rav Yaakov Kamenetsky, Alav Shalom, was visiting his daughter. We asked for an audience with him. He was elated. He said, Svardische Jungeleit, come. We went there to his daughter's house, and he started speaking to us in Yiddish. We didn't understand the words. So we told him, we don't understand. There was one person there that understood. So he said, listen, I want to tell you a story. When I was a young boy in Europe, there was no street signs. You just knew the name of the streets. And there was a horse that died on Jerna Street. So the police came to fill out a report. They didn't know how to spell Jerna. So they schlepped the horse to the next block, which they knew how to spell. Rabbi Zai, he said, it's always best to use your mama Lashon. And therefore, he spoke to us in Yiddish and somebody translated. So I beg your indulgence. I'm going to speak in my own Havara. Rabotai, I'd like to begin. Baruch shehayanu v'kiyemanu v'gi'anu lazman hazeh. If Hazal would allow us, each and every one of us would get up and say shehayanu with Shem u'malchut. Rabotai, as was mentioned, you, each and every one of you, are a piece of history tonight. MetLife, City Field, MetLife, and now ShasAThon. Has it ever happened before? I don't know, since Matan Torah, 3,000 years, that the entire Torah Sheba'al Peh, Bavli, was finished in one day, under one roof, in one house? I don't know, Rabotai, if it ever happened before. It's amazing. It's amazing, it's mind-boggling, it's earth-shattering. Can we imagine for 1 minute the immense simcha that's going on in Shamayim with the neshamot of Ravina and Rav Asher, Abaye and Rava, Rabbi Yohanan and Esh Lakish, Rabbi Yehud and Rabbi Meir, every Tanan, every Amorah. Could you imagine this simcha tonight? And Rabotai, the ultimate simcha, could you imagine the simcha that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has tonight, that his beloved Torah Sheba'al Peh was completed in one day? Let me tell you, Rabotai, there's a Gemara in Makot Daf Yud. The Gemara talks about David HaMelech, and David HaMelech says to Borei Olam, Hashem, it's a pasuk in Tehillim, says, Samachti be'omrim li bet Hashem nelech. Borei Olam, you know, sometimes I walk down the street, and when I pass by, I hear people say, when is this old man, David HaMelech, going to die already? And his son will come and build the Bet HaMikdash, and we will go up and we'll be Oler HaRegel. You know what, Borei Olam, when I hear that? Samachti. I'm happy. I'm happy that people want to go up Oler HaRegel and serve Borei Olam. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Borei Olam tells him, David, you're making a mistake. You're making a very big mistake. Ki tov yom b'chatzerecha me'alef. Greater is one day in your court of Limud HaTorah than the 1,000 korbanot she'atid beno Shlomo to bring on the Mizbeach. You're making a great mistake, David. Your Torah one day is greater than all the Korbanot I'll ever see on the Mizbeach. Rabotai, one day of David's learning and one day of the ShasAThon. It's Marash. Kohelet tells us, Et laledet ve'et lamut. Rabotai, et laledet, a time to be born. Et, a time. A time has reached a new zenith today. Torah v'Hesed of the highest level. Entire Shas in one day, and almost $1 million raised. For what? For what? Rabbi Sai, for what? You know what for? To keep the world going. Yeshaya Navi said in the name of Hashem, Lo tohu bera'ah. I did not create this world to be void. Lashevet yetzara. I created it to be inhabited. Ani Hashem, for I am God. This world was created to be inhabited. Tonight, this pasuk has become alive. ATIME is reborn. Et laledet, newly energized, ready and armed to accomplish their mission of Lashevet Yetzara, to inhabit the earth. ATIME, Rabotai, ATIME is now partners with HaKadosh Baruch Hu in bringing the Mashiach. The Gemara in Yebamot tells us, En ben David ba ad sheyekelu kol haneshamot shebeguf. Ben David, Mashiach is not coming till all the neshamot of the guf come down. What's guf? Chazal tell us guf is a chamber where all the neshamot are waiting in Shamayim to enter into a body. And that body comes down until that chamber is empty. Mashiach is not coming. ATIME is busy emptying out that chamber. Rabotai. And you know what? It's imperative on all of us, to bring more children into the world. I want to tell you a story. I know a man for many years. His name is Rabbi Moshe Tanami. He's the founder of Girls Town. He's the founder in Kfar Hasidim. When he was a young man out of Kolel, he went to Kfar Hasidim, dirt roads. He built a city. Girls' schools, he has thousands and thousands of alumni. Built apartment buildings, built the base of medrash there, build and build and build and build. A very upbeat person, very upbeat. One day, I see him in New York, he comes every year, he's running, and he looks down. I never saw him down. I said to Rabbi, what's the matter? What happened to you? He tells me, I just got up from Avelut. My sister passed away. I said, your sister? She must have been very young. He couldn't have been more than 50 at the time. He says, no, as a matter of fact, she was 105. I said, 105? You mean your mother? He says, no, Ahoti, my sister. I said, how can your sister be 105? He says, my father had 3 wives, 21 children. She's the oldest from the first wife, and I'm the baby from the last wife. I said, did you know her? He said, sure, I visit all the time, wonderful. I said, how old was your father when you were born? He says, 75. 75? Did you know your father? He said, I had 25 good years with him. Till his last day, he was clear as a bell. Rabbi Isai, can you imagine if his father decided to stop having children at 74? Rabbi Tanami would not have been born. Built a whole city, built worlds. Hacham Ben Zion Abba Shaul Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha, from the greatest poskim and Moreh Horah of our generation. He had no children. Went to the Hazon Ish and he begged the Hazon Ish for a beracha to have a child. He had 1 son. Today that son is a Rosh Yeshiva and he has 10 sons that will be future Asher Yeshivot. There's a Rosh Yeshiva in Yerushalayim, Acham Avraham Salim. His father was Rav Natan Salim. He was married for 20 years with no children. And they went to the Dayan, Tacham Shalom Hadaya in Yerushalayim, crying that they don't want to get divorced, but he has to fulfill Perur Vu. And they came for a get. Told them, you waited this long, wait another month, come back in a month. Yes, they had a son. That son today is in Rosh Yeshiva. He has 10 children. Rabotai, it's never too late, and there's always hope. Rabotai, I'd like to conclude. I'm overwhelmed with joy. I'm overwhelmed with joy and happiness. I want to give thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that I was a part of this. I have to tell you how it started. I saw the ad. My son, Hashem Yishmerel, told me that he's going to do Dem Tabi. I said, you know what? As hard as it is, I'll do it. I made the phone call. I wasn't planning on standing up and speaking. I was planning on coming here as a regular fellow to hide amongst the crowd. ATIME came and they talked to me and they discussed with me, and there were so many people coming from our community. Okay, I'm here. But I'm not overjoyed for standing at this podium. I am overjoyed that I have a headache in this great day for Klal Yisrael. And you know what, Rabotai? Rabotai, I want to sing, but I got to tell you, I have a big mouth, but I can't sing. When I was a little boy, the local shul had choir tryouts. So I went to try out. I was 8, 9 years old. The choir master, after he heard me, told me, go home and tell your parents you have a very rich voice. It's well off. So is there anybody here who could get up and with a beautiful voice and start Vezakeini, Rabotai? Somebody, let's start Vezakeini. Yaakov Shwekey's here. Yaakov, get up here. Are you kidding me? Yaakov. Okay.
Vezakeini legati Oni muvni boni Chachomim unevoini O Yahweh Yashem Yireh Elohim Anshe Yemes Zerakli Deshbashem Veki. Everybody want to hear you. Rabbi Ozeri wants everybody. Vezakeini lega Aibo Ichav Unevod Ayo Yahweh Yashem Uyan Sheyeres Zirak Yidishba Shebeki Yumeiri Mesuo Yilo Batiro Masim Toivi Yuvecho Meleches Avodas Avoide Yumeiri Mesuo Yilo Batiro Masim Toivi Yuvecho Meleches Avodas Avoide. Everybody together. Yumeiri
Yaakov, you saved me. Rabbi Sai. Rabbi Sai. Rabotai. May we at ATIME be zocher to see a daughter Yesharin Yevorah come out from this holy gathering today. And may ATIME be zocher to empty that goof in Shamayim and see the coming of Mashiach very soon. Amen.